Hey, you are joining the Now You See Me series.
Hey, you see that? Where's the real money?
Okay, where's the real money? That's a good question to ask because Federal Reserve notes are completely bogus. The Federal Reserve System is bogus. And what do I mean by that? It is just a place that prints money. The expression is out of thin air. In other words, there is no backing to it whatsoever. That's why inflation gets so high, because there's no actual precious metal that is behind it. Now, there was a time when Americans carried gold coins in their pockets and even silver coins. And under the Constitution, the currency or the economic base of nation was to be coins. And if you had a paper bill, that paper bill entitles you to go to the bank and exchange it for either gold or silver. Now, when I was growing up, there were still bills out circulating that you could redeem for silver, and they were called silver certificates. And I actually acquired a few of them, and the idea was you take it to the bank, present it. It's a piece of paper, but the bank gives you silver coins. Now, because there's no precious metal behind the Federal Reserve notes, they're just almost as worthless as the ones that popped into this movie with the magicians' pictures on. Now, it's interesting that they would choose to put the magicians' pictures on there because, basically speaking, the American presidents or famous people in American history, like Ben Franklin, are magicians. So, I find it rather humorous that they are taking these magicians' picture and putting them right smack in the center of the bill, and they're suggesting they're counterfeit. They're not real. So you have pictures of Abraham Lincoln or Andrew Jackson, Benjamin Franklin, whoever. They're magicians. And the Federal Reserve System is phony. Now that happened around, I think, 1914. Federal Reserve System came into play. And Federal Reserve notes are called legal tender. They are not lawful currency, which means that they are just simply printed and put into circulation, and hence it causes a great deal of inflation. So I thought this was interesting to see the pictures of the magicians on the notes or on the bills, and it's basically what you have in your wallet or purse. The magicians, look on your bill, whether it's a $5 bill with Lincoln or a dollar with Washington or a 20 with Jackson or Benny Franklin, 100. It doesn't matter. It's the same idea. They were magicians too. Where's the real money?
Where's the real money?
Where's the real money? That's a good question for today's world. It disappeared. Now, incidentally, along this line, the hoax assassination of JFK was about distracting the public so the public would not realize that there would no longer be a precious metal base to currency in the United States. By that I mean, after 1964, silver coins were not minted for common circulation, and hence the 50-cent piece or the quarter or the dime in a person's pocket, if it had on it 1965 or greater, it had no precious metal in it whatsoever. Now you want to know why JFK hoax has assassination? I just told you. It was a distraction. Because if you want to say anything, that was real money. It was minted as coins. And the coins had intrinsic value. Therefore, you could know that you had something stable in your pocket, such as a 50-cent piece that was composed of silver, and 25-cent piece composed of silver, and a dime composed of silver. Now those of you that are older, you know what I'm talking about. Younger crowds, you have no idea. You have no idea, because you didn't carry a silver quarter in your pocket. You didn't carry a silver 50-cent piece in your pocket. So when you ask, where is the real money? That question is just as relevant right now. Where is the real money? Sorry to say, it's not those Federal Reserve notes. That comes from an independent bank that is not run by the United States government, and it is not a U.S. Treasury, which means the entire flow of currency comes out of an independent bank that has selfish motives. Hence, you experience a lot of inflation, and so do I. Ask the question, where's the real money? Well, let me just say an encouraging word after I've given you this long talk. The Bible says to not lay up for yourselves treasures on earth, but treasures in heaven. So in a way it doesn't matter that it's monopoly money. In a way it doesn't matter it's Federal Reserve notes and not notes from a U.S. Treasury. In a way it doesn't matter because you're to put your treasures in heaven and not on earth. And if you do, the thieves will not get it, the moths will not get it, and the rust will not corrupt it. So don't be too upset that the real money is no longer in circulation. God bless. Thank you for listening. End of video.